Many people think that power comes from titles, manager, director, vice president. But inside many organizations, the people with the most influence aren't the ones with the biggest titles. They're the ones connected to revenue. Because when you bring in money to an organization or help it move forward, the rules seem to change around you. And once you understand this, you start seeing the real power structure inside of your company. Here's a truth that most people never get told. Earners often have more protection than managers, more flexibility, more leverage, and sometimes more influence over decisions than the people who are technically above them. Not because the organization is unfair, but because the organization is rational. Organizations protect what sustains them, and revenue sustains them. Most professionals think that the hierarchy should look like this: executives, managers, employees. But the real hierarchy actually looks like this: revenue generators, decision movers, problem solvers, support roles. Titles sit on top of that structure, but they don't define it. If your work directly affects revenue or helps decisions move forward faster, you become harder to ignore, harder to replace, and much harder to sideline. Titles don't define power. Revenue does. This isn't about favoritism. It's about risk. If someone supports operations, they improve efficiency. If someone manages people, they improve coordination. But if someone helps generate revenue, they improve survival. And organizations protect survival first. And that's why you'll often see revenue-connected professionals get more autonomy, get faster responses, get leadership attention earlier, and recover from mistakes more easily. Because their role carries leverage. Here's where this becomes uncomfortable. Many of the most reliable employees inside of an organization have the least amount of leverage. They execute well, they solve problems, they support teams, but their work stabilizes the organization instead of advancing it. Now, don't get me wrong, stability is valuable, but advancement is strategic. Leadership doesn't just evaluate who helps things run, they evaluate who helps things move. Stability earns trust, but movement earns influence. If you've ever felt like hard work alone should have been enough to get recognized, that's exactly why I built the Promotion Playbook. It walks you through how visibility actually works inside organizations, and you can download it for free right now. The link is in the description below. Now, I don't want this to get mixed up, but when I say earner, I don't mean that you have to be in sales. That's the mistake that most people make. Earners include people who can close deals, people who win projects, people who unblock decisions, people who reduce uncertainty, and people who shape outcomes early. If your thinking helps the organization move forward faster, you're starting to act like an earner, even if you're not in sales. Promotions don't just follow effort, they follow leverage. Leadership will ask, who helps us move faster? Who reduces risks? Who increases momentum? Who shapes direction? If your work only supports execution, you'll be seen as reliable. But if your work shapes outcomes, you'll be seen as promotable. And that difference changes everything about your career trajectory. Reliable gets trusted, earners get promoted. You don't need a new job title to start doing this. You just need to make 3 shifts. Make your thinking visible earlier, reduce uncertainty instead of waiting for clarity, help decisions move forward instead of waiting for instructions. When you do those 3 things consistently, leadership will start evaluating you differently. Not as someone who executes work, but someone who shapes outcomes. And that is where influence begins. Most professionals spend years trying to be more reliable. Very few learn how to become more influential. But inside organizations, influence usually follows revenue, decisions, and visibility. And if you understand that structure early, you stop waiting to be noticed and you start becoming harder to ignore. If this video has helped clarify how influence actually works, hit subscribe right now and join the Power Moves family. Every week, I break down signals that leadership actually uses but rarely explains. And if you want a structured system for increasing your visibility with decision makers, grab the free 30-day promotion playbook. The link is in the description below. I'll see you on the next video.